Steve.
Here we go!
Hey guys, hope you're doing well today. So today I wanted to showcase a part of the game I've been playing that was recommended to me by my good friend Retroredsteve. He might not be my good friend after this video, but I'll get to that in a bit. So the game in question is Aggelos. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Aggelos. Take your pick, I guess. So I had a message off Steve a couple weeks ago now saying, or he sent me an eBay link. Oh, Matt, get on this, buy it. It's a great game, and it will probably only go up in price. So this is kind of like an old 16-bit side scroller adventure, pretty similar to the Wonder Boy series. So I know why Steve likes it and why he recommended it. Like Wonder Boy and Monsterland, that's his favorite game ever. You don't need me to tell you that, if you know Steve. And I gotta say, honestly though, it is a pretty good game. Really enjoyed it. It's only like 6 or 7 hours. I really enjoyed it. I've not quite finished it yet. I'm on the last boss. I think I've done almost everything on the game, all the collectibles. I've upgraded my armor and weapon to the highest you possibly can. But yeah, it's very similar. Like you're on a quest to stop the evil from invading the Earth, of course, as usual, to save the princess, yada yada yada. And you've got your bosses along the way, and of course you collect different armor and weapon upgrades, magic upgrades to help you along the way. So it is really good. I really enjoyed it, but there was this one bit, Steve, that has caused me a lot of stress. It's called the Woodpecker Trials. So basically, it's a series of trials, like room by room. You have to use like the abilities and skills you've learned along the way to help you pass these trials. And it wasn't too bad. The first 2 rooms were a bit challenging, and the third one was as well. That took a while. The fourth was okay. The fifth. I think it's the fifth. The fifth trial. You can't use your magic, and you've got to kill all the enemies in the room before moving on. The enemies can attack you, but if you like jump into them, they will take life off you. Sounds quite easy, doesn't it? Not so quite, and it did my head in. It took me a long time to do it, but I was determined not to give up, and I finally did it when I left the game, went back to it the day after, and managed it. But this was difficult, and I'm going to show you guys what it is right now. Oh, and by the way, if you like lost all of your life on that bit, you wouldn't start again on that room. You'd have to do all the trials all over again. Steve. Okay, so basically this is the room I was talking about. You can use your magic, and you've got to destroy all the enemies. So you can see I've already been hit there. So that maneuver he's doing there is a maneuver you unlock along the way, and you do need it. Okay, so it's filled twice. You've got to keep on hitting all these enemies and not get hit yourself like that. And once you destroy all the enemies on this level, you will pass on to the next room. You can see how frustrating this is. Okay, so this is how far we've got. I've died many times up to this point. Here we go. Now this is the important part. You've got to change your equipment. I'll explain more about that just after this bit. Okay, so I'm ready here, the final bit, and fail. Okay, so basically, if you change your weapon to an iron dagger at the beginning of this trial, you're much less likely to hit the enemies, because sometimes when you use a more powerful sword, it can hit the enemies ahead of you, and you don't want that. So this is the run now, guys, where I completely nail this entire thing. So bouncing on them all. Yeah, perfect timing. Up. Careful now. Getting a bit nervous. Up again. change your weapon now to Thunder Sword because it's got to reach the enemies on the far side. Jump up, down, jump up, up, and finally got it! Yes! Okay, so that clip by there does not portray how difficult that was, how stressful that was, how long it took me, how many times I died. But it's one of those things, you know, just how difficult it is. You got to keep going and going and going and going. Cheers, Steve, for that stress. Cheers. Now, but all jokes aside, Steve does recommend some great titles. He's recommended Blur to me in the past. That was awesome. And this one as well. And there's been many in between. So if Retroredsteve ever recommends a game to you, definitely go for it. If you find it too frustrating, I have his address. But no, it was good. It was great. And now I've got to go and finish the last boss, which is a bit challenging, but I know we can do it. Okay guys, so thank you for watching as ever. Leave me a comment down below if you've played this game. Did you find the Woodpecker trials as difficult as me? Did you complete them? I'm not going to tell everyone what happens at the end of them. You're going to have to go and do it yourself. And Steve, if you got this game where you're going to pick it up, I want you to 100% complete it. Okay guys, that is all from me. Boom. See you soon.